Hey, what's up? It's Jeff here, and today I'm going to show you some viral football effects to make your videos more transformable, so that way you won't run into any copyright issues. So to begin, we're going to click on the clip here, and we're going to head on over to the stickers panel right here, and we're going to click on shapes. Now I'm going to get the player indicator done here, so I'm going to bring in this triangle right here. So just click on the plus sign. I'm going to bring that in. Alright, so as we can see on the screen, there's a gray triangle here. We're just going to change the color by clicking on the color tab right here, and we're going to just click and drag until we make it green as much as we want. You can use any color, and we're just going to scale it down a bit. So I'm just going to make it look a little bit more smaller, just like that. Just going to bring that in, and next I'm going to go on over here to the stroke area, and I'm going to click on the gray panel right here, and I'm going to choose black. So now that the stroke is black, I'm going to pull the weight up a little bit, slightly, just like that. Maybe around 7 should be fine. Alright, so great. Next, we're going to click on this little ball here, and we're going to rotate that triangle. Next up, we're going to bring in some text. So head on over to the text panel right here and bring in the text. Make sure that it's just set over the triangle layer right there. And we're going to add in the player name. Alright, we're going to change the font. You can use any font you like. In my case, I'm going to use Montserrat, and I'm just going to hit bold and put in a stroke right there, and maybe bring the thickness up of that stroke a little bit. There we go, just like that. So I'm going to place this right here above the triangle right there, and then I'm going to click on these two layers right here and select them and hit Alt and G to create a compound clip. Okay, great. So next I'm going to head on over here to the start of the clip, and I'm just going to drag it in until I see Mbappe. Mbappe is right there. So I'm just going to wait for him to come a little bit more into the screen right there, and then I'm going to click here on this name right here, and I'm just going to scale it down a bit. Alright, so we're going to scale it down, and we're going to place it right here above his head. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to bring this compound clip just slightly here, so that way it'll only appear when Mbappe comes into the screen, just like that right there. Okay, and now we need to start keyframing. So we're going to keyframe the position of this compound clip. So make sure that your playhead is here at the start of the compound clip. Then we head on over to the video tab, and we select position keyframe. Next, we're going to drag our clip a little bit forward, and we're going to drag the player indicator over Mbappe's head right there. So we're just going to track him. So the more forward he runs, the more we're going to just drag in and just track him. Alright, so I'm going to fast forward this for you guys. Okay, so when we get to the area where Mbappe is going to take the shot at target, we can now just trim off the access here that we don't need of the compound clip, and the player indicator will disappear. Alright, so let's take a look at how that looks so far. Great. Okay, so our next step is our goalpost effect. Okay, so we're going to add in a goalpost effect. So what we're going to do is we're going to head on over here to the stickers panel right here, and we're going to click here on custom. Alright, now we're going to press the little plus icon here. That's going to bring in our layer, and I'm just going to bring that over here. Okay, so now as you can see, it says click to start drawing. Alright, so I'm just going to bring in this playhead a little bit more so I can see the goalpost. Okay, so when you place your cursor on the screen, you're going to now see that it's a pen icon, right? It's like a nib of a pen. So you're going to click on the four corners of the goalpost right here, and you're going to close it up right there. Once you close it up, you'll see that there's a gray solid rectangle there. Right, so we're going to click on color, and we're going to make that green. Okay, so once that's changed, we already know that our goalpost effect is all set into place. So with our shape there, we often see a problem here. Can you see that it actually moves away from the goalpost? Because that's because we didn't track it yet, right? And when we do this, it's going to look untidy. So I'm going to show you how to track it to make it stay in place. Okay, so before we get the this triangle there, we're going to now take a look at where the ball comes in. Okay, so wait for the ball to come close to the net right here, like where it almost goes in, maybe around there, and then we're going to bring in our rectangle right here, and what we're going to do is we're going to keyframe the position. All right, so I'm going to trim this down a little bit, and I'm going to go on over here to position, and I'm going to select keyframe right there. Right, I'm going to drag this playhead a little bit more forward, and I'm just going to place that in place. All right, so just check your goalpost as you go along. Alright, great. So now you don't have to track it for too long, because this animation is just going to last for a split second on the screen, right? So you can trim off the access right here. Okay, and then you come back to your goalpost effect. You're going to click on your layer right here. Let me just zoom in a little bit here for you guys. So you're going to click on this layer, and then now we're going to drop the opacity of it, right? We're going to bring it all the way down to 60. Okay, right there. And once that's done, we're also going to add in an out animation here. So we're going to go to out, and maybe we can go for fade out. There we go, fade out effect. And now we just need a sound effect. So we're going to go to audio, and I'm going to type here for cash. Okay, so you can use any sound effect that you like. So I'm going to use the cash register. So that is basically our sound effect, right? So now we're going to play the clip back, and let's take a look at what it looks like. Okay, we have player indicator coming in there. Nice. Okay, so that is nice, satisfying, and very neatly done. Okay, so for our next effect, it's going to be a mask effect. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on our main clip right here. We're going to hold Alt and drag up so that we make a duplicate of that clip. Okay, so we're going to click on the first clip right here, and then we're going to head on over to the adjustment panel right here, and we're going to bring down the exposure. Okay, now when we're bringing down this exposure, it's going to be very dark, but you won't really see it right now because we have another layer that's sitting on the top. But if we remove this layer a little bit, you'll see that the bottom layer is dark and the top layer is bright. Okay, so that's what we want. And we're now going to click on the top clip right here, and we're going to head on over to the video panel, which is right here. We're going to select mask, and we're going to hit add mask. We're going to select the circle mask right here, and what we're going to do is we're going to look for Mbappe. Right, so at the moment, where is our man? There's he right here. Okay, so we're going to bring this circle right down. We're going to scale it down a bit, and I'm going to place it right here on Mbappe. You see this little arrow right here? This is a feather arrow, so you can just bring it up slightly. It'll make this mask look a little bit more smoother around the edges. Okay, so we're going to click on that, and what we're going to do here is we're going to track this very similarly to how we did the player indicator. Okay, so in this case, we're going to come to the start of our clip right here, and we're going to select position keyframe. Okay, so make sure that you're on the position keyframe for your mask area. All right, you shouldn't be on the video tab. Like here, you shouldn't be here in position area, you should be here under your mask area. Okay, so click on your position, and then we're gonna drag this forward, and as we see Mbappe, we're just gonna track him along the course. Okay, I'm gonna speed this up for you guys. Okay, great. So once you're done, you can actually click off any of the access that you don't want and leave it there. So one more thing to have in mind, because our bottom layer is more dim and it's more darker than our top layer right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a cut right here, and we're going to click on the rest of the clip right there, and we're going to head on over to the adjustment tab once again, and we're just going to set the exposure to be at its default level, which is 0, so everything comes right again. So let's take a look at what our edit looks like so far. There we go. Okay, so for the next effect, it's going to be the text animation, and to do that, we're going to click on the text menu right here. We're going to drag in some text, just place it on top of your clip right there. We're going to make this text glow a little, right? So I'm going to change the font firstly. Maybe let's just rock it with Montserrat, and we can write Mbappe celebrates, and I'm just going to add that on bold. I'm going to come all the way down to the glow area right here. I'm going to click on glow, and I'm going to select this glow right here, and you can adjust to how much you want and the range, of course, right? But just make sure that your text is legible. Don't put too much of glow so where it's like hard to read. Okay, so with that in place, we're now going to head on over to the animation area, and we are now going to look for the type animation, right? So you just type the word type, right? You can use the type 1 animation right here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're also going to add in the duration of this, make it around maybe 8 seconds or so, right, for the text to come in. And we're also going to add in a sound effect. So we're going to head on over to the audio area right here, and we're going to type in typing. Okay, so there's a few typing sounds that you can use, like this one here, for example, right? Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. So we're going to add this in, and just add that in into your sound effect. So if you see this little white line right here, it's showing you the animation time. So you're going to just bring your cursor on there, and you're going to click on your sound effect, and you're going to trim off the access of your sound effect. All right, so now if we play it back, you should have your text coming into the screen like this. Great. Okay, so for our next effect, it's going to be the gold miss effect. So when a player is kicking the ball and he misses it, there's a red flash that appears on the screen. I'm going to show you how to make that effect. So we're going to head on over here to the library tab. We're going to click background, and we're going to scroll all the way down until we find this red rectangle. If you don't have one, you can just download one online. And I'm just going to trim this down a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it out of the way for a while, and I'm just going to take a look at where the ball is missing the net right there. Okay, so I'm going to bring this in just right there, and I'm going to trim it down a little bit. Okay, so next up I'm going to scale it up so it fills the entire screen. I'm going to select the blend mode and select darken. I'm going to bring this down to about 60 right there, and the next thing I'm going to do is add in an animation. So I'm going to add in a fade out animation right there, and I'm just going to play it back. I'm just going to trim it out a little bit just to bring it a little bit more out. So if we play back our clip, well, before we play it back, let's add in a sound effect. Let's type here buzzer, right? So basically, if anything goes wrong, you would hear this buzzer sound right here. Okay, so we're gonna click on that and just line it up so that it's in line right there. So let's play it back and take a look at what the edit looks like. Okay, so for your CC, here's what you're going to do. Instead of doing it manually, head on over here to the filters area right here, and you're going to select VidVid. So you just type it in the search bar, and you can use VidVid too. This gives a lot of rich color into the scene. I'm going to show you the difference. All right, so I'm just going to drag that out there, and here, take a look at the screen, right? You'll see it pop in as I play it. So see, there we go. So it's really rich. See, you can tell the difference right there. And I would recommend that you use another filter on top of it as well, like maybe this green lake thing. Okay, I haven't tried this filter before, it's just random, but yeah, just put around maybe 2 filters in, and you should get a lot of color grading in there, right? There's a lot of free filters to use on the free version of CapCut, so knock yourself out. Right, so if you take a look at the channel, there's much more editing techniques that I explain, like reverse edits, velocity, speed ramps, and so forth. So when you combine all of those together into a video, you can make really cool music videos as well, where you can sync it to the beat. So take a look at the channel when you do get some time, and you will be covered. So I got you there. So like, comment, subscribe for more.